This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. Check out their game, Kingdom Rush Rift in Time, coming to Kickstarter April 9th. Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin DELP. Today we'll be talking about board games launching the second half of April 2019 on Kickstarter. Congratulations to the winner of this copy of Tiny Towns from AEG. If you missed it, I put your name in the description of this video. Well, I have some more stuff to give away. Let me take Tiny Towns down. I have 3 things to give away. I have a copy here of Delve from Indie Boards and Cards, now part of Indie Game Studios. I have a copy of King of Tokyo, an expansion called Power Up, and an expansion to Tashkalar, Arena of Legends, called the Everfrost expansion deck from CEG. So 3 different winners, and you can check back at the end of this video to see how you can enter for a chance to win one of these games. And real quick, I did want to mention that Tantrum House, our Kickstarter is live right now. I will put a link up in the up here for you. You can check it out. We'd love for you to support us, what we're doing here. Here at Tantrum House, this video that you see here, and all the other things that you see, the playthroughs and the reviews. We've got some pretty cool things on the Kickstarter. Some promo cards, some game bundles, and quest cards. Now, there's been a little bit of confusion about quest cards. Let me just clear this up for you real quick. What is a quest card? Basically, it is a card that you'll get in the mail, and it's going to have a unique name on it. But what's really important about this quest card is that there's going to be a QR code on the quest card. And you scan it, and it's going to take you to a web address. And on that page, on that web page, will be its own game, its own miniature game that you can play and figure out how to solve that game. I know Studio Awesome is working on a choose-your-own adventure style game. Studio D, Melissa and I are working on some puzzly type games that you're going to have to figure out, multiple different puzzles that will eventually lead you to a code for Studio D's quest that I will make a video for all the people who get to that final code, that final puzzle, that will give you a video for a magic trick that I will teach you how to do. I will do the magic trick. And if you just want to watch it and have fun with that, that's fine. But then I will, at the end of the video, spoil it and show you how you can do it and how you can impress your friends with this very own cool magic trick. And it's pretty cool. I'm really excited about that. Well, enough about our Kickstarter, but we'd really love you to support us. Let's get started on today's video. These first few launch on April 16th. We'll see a new expansion to Terraforming Mars called Turmoil. It's actually the 5th expansion, and it includes new corporations, new projects, and a new type of cards called Global Events. From dust storms to riots to rising alloy demand, it gives you something to plan for. Maple Games brings Folding Space, designed by Alan Moon and Bobby West, and illustrated by Vincent Dutray. This is for 3 to 6 players and takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. It features an innovative infinity board for all players to give orders to their crew simultaneously, and those players will pillage resources, acquire treasure maps, and battle their space pirate rivals on a modular tile map. Mindclash Games launches an expansion to Anachrony called Fractures of Time. It will bring a deluxe edition, an upgrade pack, a redesigned solo mode compatible with the expansion, and a new worker type, new game mechanics, buildings, super projects, and more. Rock Manor Games brings a legendary addition to Maximum Apocalypse. Kolati Games brings Upstaged, a 2 to 4 person board game where players take on the role of a music industry mentor looking to form the next big trio. Players compete against each other by using cue cards to influence aspiring singers on a rotatable stage, which is actually the box itself. While the box is small and portable, 4 runways attached to it for gameplay to create a unique and eye-catching tabletop experience. It plays in about 15 to 30 minutes and features 2 modes of play: rehearsal mode to introduce new gamers, and live show for players ready to engage in deeper strategic competition. Memesis Culture Lab launches Shasn, a political strategy game for 3 to 5 players. Burning Game launches Coreball, the zero-gravity sport, for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 45 to 90 minutes to play. Drawlab Entertainment launches a science fiction themed board game called Fired Up, a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 1 to 2 hours to play. And I thought the giant Takenoko was launching earlier, but I believe it will be April 16th. Yodeling Ogre Games launches Rusty Industry, a game for 3 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. These next few launch April 18th. Colossal Games launches Hunt the Ravager, designed by Clinton Morris. It's an asymmetric 2 to 4 player hidden movement game where each side will either take control of a vengeful spirit ravaging the land or the forces of the Empress that betrayed them. Eagle Griffin Games, planning to launch On Mars by Vitalis Serta and Ian O'Toole, and it is for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play. On April 22nd, Exod Games launches Jurassic World Miniatures Wargame. On April 23rd, Smunchy Games launches Paths, a game for 1 to 4 player that takes about 60 to 240 minutes to play. Also on April 23rd, 25th Century Games launches Kingswood, a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 10 to 25 minutes to play. Players take turns controlling the guild's adventurers to gain gold, heart, sword, and spellbooks in order to fight monsters in the King's Forest. The first player to gain 20 glory is declared the new master of the guild. And check out this cool promo card that 25th Century made for Tantrum House that goes along with Kingswood. On April 25th, we'll see Robinson Crusoe escape from Despair Island. I've talked about Complexcity in the past by Big Kid Games, designed by Jay Cormier and Sen Fung Lim, and the artists are Josh Capel, Kwanshai Moria, and Yoma. This game got pushed back to April 29th. These next few launch on April 30th. Weird Giraffe Games launches Big Easy Busking, a game for 1 to 5 players. It takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play. Foxtail Games launches Runica and the Six-Sided Spellbooks. And Slinky Gibbon Games launches Quartermaster Apply Within. Players are going to take turns acquiring parts to build their gadgets or sabotaging the gadgets of other players. Each part will help define your gadget, determine how good it is. The better the parts are always more difficult to come by. The player with the best gadget, when the auditors have finished inspecting all the labs, is promoted to Quartermaster and wins the game. Near the end of April, we'll see Dining Dynasties launch from Majestic Moose Games, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. Each player must work to draw in business, find loyal customers, and create exciting new dishes. Players manage all aspects of their restaurant in a fast-paced competition with their rivals to offer the finest cuisine and carve out a share of the ever-changing customer base. Sometime in April, we'll see Shiver Me Timbers, a sandbox type game for 2 to 4 players that takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play, set in the golden age of piracy. This game is heavily Euro-inspired. It uses a tactical card-based combat system. It takes a lot of strategic planning to use your available actions to optimally affect and become the most notorious pirate of your era. Sometime in April, we'll see a solo game called Robin Hood, Hero of the People. Near the end of April, we'll see One Survives, a game for 2 to 6 players. It takes about 10 to 30 minutes to play. I believe Armored Panda will be relaunching Taktiki, and you can check out more on that on our preview video. Sometime late April, we'll see Hawk's World, The War for the Wasteland, and this is for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 60 to 180 minutes to play. Near the end of April or beginning of May, Soaring Rhino will launch Mammoth, designed by Jeff Van Ness and Craig Van Ness, and this is a tile-laying game where players take on the role of mammoth herds, moving them around and transforming the board from invading brambles and trees to beautiful flora and grasslands. And I just saw on social media that Red Raven Games is launching Rome, designed by Ryan Lockett and illustrated by Ryan Lockett, sometime soon on Kickstarter. And I'm still keeping my ear to the ground to hear when Bloodborne, the board game, will launch from Come On. We'll be doing some videos for some of the games I just mentioned on the list. We'll be doing the expansion for Terraforming Mars Turmoil, Folding Space, Anachrony, Fractures of Time, the expansion for that, Upstaged, Kingswood, Quartermaster, Apply Within, Dining Dynasties, and Mammoth. And we already did a video for Takenoko, but it's going to be relaunching, as you saw in the video. So how can you enter for a chance to win one of these games? Delve, King of Tokyo expansion, or the Tash Kalar expansion? Well, in the comments below, tell me what your favorite theme in wargaming is. Is it pirates? Is it fantasy? Is it something else? Is it zombies? Tell me what your favorite theme in board gaming is in the comments below, and I will randomly pick a winner in a couple weeks for you to win one of these games here. Well, we're really excited about our current campaign for Tantrum House. Be sure to check that out, and we'll be looking forward to what else we have in store for the beginning of May. Thanks. This episode is sponsored in part by Maple Games. Check out their Kickstarter for Folding Space, which I talked about earlier in this video.